Hey everybody, I'm Rutledge Wood from Now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Sorry for the delay. I was having some issues that I hope I got it fixed out. Anyway, we are live here from Pocono. It is time for the Iracing Series Pocono doubleheader here tonight. It is 2 races coming at you live from Pocono, and it should be really good. Give me just a second, guys. I'm actually working on something real fast I thought I had set up already, but apparently I did not. So bear with me for a minute and give me just a second. I know it looks weird and stuff like that. There we go. Let me actually do this. Sorry, guys, once again. Give me just a minute, and y'all are not supposed to see that either. For just a second, we are having all kinds of trouble here. Just bear with me. We are live for Pocono, like I said. I just have to set up my camera because I forgot to set something up, and I need to do this. It's very important. So let me set this up. But like I said, doubleheader here tonight at Pocono. It should be a very fun race here from the Tricky Triangle. We are about to go qualifying. We got 30-lap sprint race. Then we have another one immediately following this one, and it is a 50-lap race. And now we are ready to go. Sorry once again. We are set to go here from Pocono. Qualifying about to get underway here as we get set to go. 2 races tonight, like I mentioned. We'll get a look at the points and stuff here in just a moment. I'm just so far behind. I thought I already had it set up, but apparently I lied and did not have as much set up as what I thought I did. So you are watching the Iracing Series Cup Series tonight. We are, how many weeks are we in now? Well, I think we're actually pretty far actually into this one. I think, what, 18 races after tonight? Well, 18 and 19 races, because tonight's race, 30 laps and then a 50-lap race. Field limit for both of these, from what I heard, is 100%. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it is 100% from what I was told. And we're ready to go here in just a moment. Once again, sorry about the little confusion I had at the beginning. That was just on my end that I was trying to fix. I was just having some issues on my end that I had to get worked out. for me. So here we go. Pace car qualifying is set to begin. And we're going to be watching. We do got a special camera. Of course, you guys kind of see me working on it a little bit there. I thought I had it set up already, but I didn't. That's okay. But we are ready to go qualifying. Who's going to head out first? We're waiting to see who it will be. And then we will hop down to the racetrack and watch some of these guys go out and qualify. It's going to be none other than Calvin Allison. Calvin coming in here, a very good driver. Just want to go ahead and shout him out. He is a fantastic driver, and we'll see how he does here tonight. He's got a couple wins already this season. As we come in, I think he's up to 3 now, if I'm not mistaken. 4 wins this season. He is actually tied with Kyle Smalley. Kyle Smalley, by the way, scheduled to race here tonight. And I think his dad Keith is scheduled to race the next race because Kyle is actually out of town in Colorado at Keith's house, which is his dad. So there you go. We'll have to wait and see how these guys actually qualify as we watch Calvin Allison work out of turn 3. And he will begin his lap here. Got a pretty good crowd actually on the track tonight. A lot of guys are actually in here, which is great news. So what's going to happen is we're going to do this 30-lap race. It's a little sprint race. This 30-lap race won't take no time at all. Then we're going to go to a little bit longer at 50 laps. We are going to do interviews between the sessions, but we will have to put up an intermission screen during the races or after the first race is over because it's going to take a few minutes to get everything set up. So just keep that in mind. We'll do some driver interviews and stuff like that. But, yeah, so just bear with us as we get set to watch Calvin put down his first lap. And it's going to be good enough with the 53.996. Is going to put him right now on top of the board. Cal Allison currently holds that. We're going to jump straight back. Mike Caterino crossing the start-finish line. And he will start his qualifying effort. In the meantime, we can look around. Chris Worrell's getting ready to actually put down his first lap. And there it is, a 54.896. That's going to be good enough for 7th at the moment. Landon Lacey, he's already has not put down his first lap yet. Here's Kyle Smalley in the number 46, coming off turn number 3 here tonight. We'll see how he does. Let's see who else we got actually in here in qualifying. That's getting ready to cross the start-finish line. Kyle, good enough for P6 with that lap. Mike Caterino, we was talking about him a moment ago. Here he is, get ready to work into turn number 3 this time. Calvin, Cody, J.R. Houston. 3rd place, Joe Francis, James Lowe, your top 5 right now. Start-finish line, this will be 15 cars that have put down a lap. And Caterino could be better. I'm sure he's not going to be happy with that. It's good enough for 13th. Zeshawn right now on the backstretch. Landon Lacey about to cross the start-finish line in that number 35 car. And actually beginning his lap here, should I say. So we'll come back to him here in just a moment. Ryan Broderick going through turn 3. Coming to the start-finish line this time. He will be putting down a fast lap. And here comes Ryan across the start-finish line. 55.132. Good enough for 17th. Landon Lacey working through turn 3. We'll see how he does this time. See if he could jump up the board a little bit. Right now, 53.996, your best lap, which is very impressive. 54.559 for Landon Lacey. It's going to be good enough for P8 on your first lap. Patrick Green, the number 87 car. Works through turn 1. It don't look like he's going to... Might not have enough time to get that lap in. David is going to qualify in 18th. Here's Casey Heschel, 55.939. That's good enough for 23rd. I'm sure he's not very happy with that as well. Raymond Dormer working out of turn 3. We got about 18 seconds left here in qualifying. Oh, he's blinking just a little bit here. Don't think that lap's going to count for him. Yeah, it did not. A little bit of connection issues, unfortunately. Here's Patrick Green. Might be able to get this lap in. Nope, he does not. So that's going to end qualifying. Now we could get a look here at your grid as we line up for the first race here tonight. There's Greg McConaughey in 17th. Going to be starting 17th. He's going to be our sponsor here tonight. McConaughey Motorsports camera sponsor. We will show that for you in just a little bit. Ryan Worley, Jason Papp back there, Casey Heschel. There you go. 28 drivers starting this race. We'll see how it plays out. The grid is starting to line up down here at the end of pit road. As you guys can see them right there on your screen. Waiting on a couple more cars to grid up before we start rolling off pit road. Normally, this is not the most exciting race. I'm just going to be honest with you. We know from previous years and previous broadcasts, but honestly, we've seen some good racing at Pocono this week. Or last week into now. So I expect, this first race could be a very good race, I expect. We don't really know, but 30 laps, you just never really know how these races can go. I will tell you, though, some of these guys a little bit further back in the field, you may see them push a lot harder here early just for that reason. As you never know what's going to happen in qualifying or track position-wise. See if I can bring in Calvin Allison. He is going to be your pole sitter here tonight. Let's see if I can pull him in. Get a word with him. Calvin Allison, it's Adam Chapman at ESPN. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Starting P1 tonight, man. How important is that at a place like this? We know track position is usually a big thing. And especially in a little sprint 30-lap race, how important is it to have that top spot?
Depends if we're able to make it out of turn one every lap without having a caution.
Is tires going to be an issue as this race goes on? Do you even expect to really pit here? I know you probably can't give too much away, but do you expect to probably pit here in this 30-lap race?
If we get like a 15-lap run, I'll pit if there's a caution in that way. But if it stays green, you just got to run these 30 laps out.
For sure. Hey, man, good luck tonight. We're going to be watching. Good job on first tonight.
All right, thanks, sir.
Thanks a lot, buddy. The only driver that hit the 53-second mark in qualifying was Calvin Allison. So I think Cody Smith's got something here, too. Marcus Adams going to be quick. So we'll see. By the way, Kyle Smalley is on pit road. He actually did not roll off, so not sure what happened there. He may just be a starting park right now. It's kind of strange. Not sure what happened. Maybe he's not really wanting to put himself in jeopardy. Waiting for the pace car to go off. Once again, these races can get a little strung out, but like he said, turn one and these first couple laps get a little wild, so we'll keep it on out. Here we go. We are coming to the McConaughey Motorsports restart or start cam. As pace car is off, green flag is out in the air. Racing live from Pocono Speedway. Race number 1 is underway. You look down at this crowd, it is a wild mess down there right now. Derek Pemberton going to get pushed up 3 wide. It's very easy to make a mistake there. Look at this mess. Remember I was talking about Cody Smith. He's right there in third right now. He did lose a spot to Marcus Adams. Joe Francis also underneath him. As we got a yellow. And it is Jason Papp. Slow on the backstretch and damage. Ugh. That's not the way you want to start your race out. Here's the instant replay. Looks like Jason unfortunately just turned down into the 2 there. May have to back it up a little bit. Did he just get loose? It looked like. Yeah, the car stepped out. And there you go. Hard for contact for David here as well. And that brings our first caution. And we heard Calvin talk about it. You got to make it through turn 1. And this is another last look at it here. You can kind of see Jason getting a little loose. Clips the 2. And both basically sinking one out of spin, dump to the inside. It's tough break. Already taken both of them cars pretty much out of the race. We'll have to wait and see if some of that damage gets fixed for Jason's car. But that does happen. Points-wise, because we haven't talked about points yet tonight. I told y'all we would speak about them. Kyle Smiley still in front of the point standings. Already locked into the chase, but James Lowe, Marcus Adams, Greg McConaughey, and Patrick Green. If we go back to the cutoff spot right now, David, who just got wrecked, I might add, probably, with this race, probably going to lose that cutoff spot in 16th to J.R. Houston, depending on how J.R. finishes. Chris Will and Derek Pemberton there are looking to take advantage as well. Zach Bowerman, he needs a pretty solid finish here tonight, and I'm looking. Zach Bowerman is in here, but right now he is back here to back. Probably scheduled, I would guess. Cody Smith said, I'm not coming to pit road. Let's see if the pace lights go off. I'm not sure if we're running the quick yellows here or not. No, we are not. So we'll take a break, guys, and come right back. Alrighty, we are back here live from Pocono, ready to get this one back underway after a caution comes out on lap 1 in this one. So it comes out early after unfortunate circumstances happen. Jason Papp involved in a wreck early. We'll see how the race plays out, though, for this one. All right. Texaco Havoline number 07 car up front. Beside that, Allison Chains, Marcus Adams, Joe Francis. Cody Smith did lose 2 spots on that start. Alrighty, here we go. Ready to get the green flag back underway here from Pocono Raceway. By the way, for people wondering about the Super Speedway Series that these guys run, it will make its return in July. I will not be the broadcaster, however. I'm going to try to race some of that if I can. Sam Cooper Bennett from ESPN will have the race call on that one, so we'll see how that plays out for these guys next season. I wanted to take a step back a little bit. Pace car pulls in. Green flag set to wave. Green flag's back out of the air. We're racing here once again. 7th that time of Cody Smith. A better launch than what he previous had. And he's trying to take advantage of it. Look at this behind him. Landon Lacey making some big moves. Lacey up to 8th right now. Actually staying in 8th, that is, for now. A little bit further back in the field, just looking here. Oh, the 6 getting hit from Chris Ingles. That's going to open the door for Derek Pemberton. 3 wide going into the tunnel turn. Somebody's got to back out. Who's it going to be? And it's going to be Derek Pemberton. He decides to back out of it. Not elected to put himself in that position right now. Early on in this one. Who else is that dropping back? Patrick Green dropped back just a little bit here. He's back to the 18th. Good battle right here. It's James Lowe getting held down a little bit here from Mike Caterino. Actually, it might have been 17 of J.R. Houston that was holding him down just a little bit. Calvin Allison with the new fastest lap right now, 56.230. We'll see if that holds up here as the race goes on. Yeah, wait till we get to crank it up, Cam. We're going to have a fun one with that. That looked good. Chris Ingles, Derek Pemberton to the inside. Derek's been confident. One thing I will say, by the way, Jason Papp was in the fastest lap. If that is correct, I don't know if that's correct. Is that correct? It is, 55, wow. But Derek Pemberton has been getting confident as these races, especially here at some of these tracks we're going to. Good to see him doing that. Ooh, there's a good lap of 53.899 for Calvin Allison. And our top 3 kind of checks out here right now. Marcus Adams, Joe Francis. Kind of checking out a little bit here. A little bit further back. Here's James Lowe and Cody Smith. Smith trying to hold on to 5th. He's kind of started the race off at a great spot. He started in 2nd. And has dropped back to 5th just a little bit. What else I'm going to try to watch tonight is right back here in the 15th position. That is not him that you see pulling out of line. It's right there in that blue and white car. Right there. Logan Jones. We're going to try to watch him tonight. He's one of those guys that I feel like comes on better as the race goes on. Coming across the start-finish line and putting on a pretty good lap there. Actually, his best lap so far for Logan. See, now if we start getting this in, this right here is where you can see them runs actually happen. Something happened to Derek Pemberton as well. I think he may have smacked the wall a little bit coming off turn 4 a few laps ago, or last lap. You can kind of see a little bit of damage there on that very nice number 82 car. Right now running against the 00 of Ryan Worley into the tunnel turn. Kyle Smalley started from the pits. He is right now battling Patrick Green. Patrick going to be able to hold that spot for now. Chris Ingles here working on the 25 out of turn 3. Of course, tonight we got the Pocono double header here tonight. For the Iracing series. Of course, the Iracing series sponsored by Plan B Sales. Here you see Greg McConey. Looking to the inside. Of course, we got our awesome camera here from Greg McConey. McConey Motorsports sponsoring that. If I can ever find my right button that I need. Oh, we got it right behind him. Derek Pemberton. I've seen him going around with someone else back there. Caution flag's going to come out. It looks like Connor was also involved. Here's a look at the replay. I think both of these guys might have got loose here. They was side by side. And nope, looks like Patrick Green coming up, making contact out of the corner. Both hard impact to the wall. Another look at that. Yeah, Patrick just came up and turned him, unfortunately. And honestly, Patrick may have got more damage out of that than, not really. Patrick's car, you see that, that 87 car, and there's Derek's car a little bit flattened as well, but tough break there as our first or second yellow now comes back out into the racetrack in this one. Once again, we want to shout out the Iracing Series sponsors. You see them right there on top of your screen right now. Iracing iFlag. Check them out. Plan B Sales is the primary sponsor. PlanBSales.com. Great diecast needs and all that good stuff. Get about any kind of diecast you really want. Hurricane Media. They've been a sponsor here for a long time in the Iracing Series. Continue to sponsor and show support. As well as AC Paints, which is mine, by the way. You basically see Derek Pemberton's car. I painted that one for him. Check it out. Facebook.com/AC Paints. And also Butt Kicker, who is not showing up on the screen for some reason. But do got Butt Kicker as well. Midwest Motor Customs is, of course, great painter as well. Greg McConey does a lot of that work. Here's Butt Kicker, by the way. There's Greg McConey's paint that you see. Well, there you go. Pit road is open, and it looks like it might be a busy place. Here they all come. Calvin Allison sliding into the box. We'll wait and see the race off pit road. Will he have enough to get it out in front? 14.6. Marcus Adams almost got it. Not good enough. Going to come out in second. Couple cars staying out here. Elijah Ennis and Zishan. I kind of like to call a little bit to stay out right now, especially if you was towards the back. Why not try it? At least you can learn from this first race and take it into the second one at least. Pace car lights are on here for the second time after Derek Pemberton, after the 87 of Patrick Green sliding up, making contact with Derek. A lot of guys still on pit road right now. Jace Pap, Derek, Patrick Green, of course. David on pit road. JC Cottrell also on pit road. A lot of them guys are getting damage repaired. Pace light should go out this time. Alrighty, here we go. Pace lights are back off here once again, so that means we are set to go back after it around Pocono. This is a big track, man. This thing is so long. It's such a humongous track. Hard to believe how fast these cars still get around here with 53-second lap times as big as this place is. Not a lot of banking. Once again, ready to go back green as we work into turn 2 after we just got around Long Pond straightaway. Ready to take the green flag here on lap number 14 here tonight so far. Okay, here goes the pace car. Ready to take the left down pit road. And with that said, we're going to go to our McConey Motorsports camera as the green flag gets ready to get underway. Green flag's in the air. We're racing. And once again, from Pocono. Look at that. Going down into turn 1. We're going to stay in this camera right now. Sponsored by McConey Motorsports. We go down into turn 1. Oh, this is bad. Calvin Allison is going to get turned up front. Big trouble here at Pocono. Caution flag. Still not out. There it is. It is out. Oh, my goodness. What happened? It was Cody Smith behind him. Or look to his inside. Did he come up? Oh, no. Calvin just goes up. Makes contact. Around goes Marcus Adams, the 51, the 06, the 00. Everybody else, I don't even know who else was involved in this one. Zach Bowerman a little slow to drive away. I think he's okay. Patrick Green, I don't think these guys back here was in it. Mike Caterino, I believe, was definitely in it. You see that. Chris Ingalls was definitely in it. James Cato looked like he may have got some of it. Maybe not. He looks okay. Wow. That was not a good one. Ryan Broderick with some. There's a 50 of Joe Francis with some as well. Logan Jones was able to make it through. Ryan Worley, you see that car. Greg McConey looks good. So it's going to turn the lead over to Elijah Ennis here in the number 68. Remember, some of these guys stayed out there on old tires. Elijah and Zeshawn was one of them. And Zeshawn, of course, with some damage here as well. All right, welcome back here. Get ready to go back green. We are past halfway here in the Iracing E-Series Pocono doubleheader. The first of 2 races here tonight. 30 laps in this one, 50 laps in the next one. And it has been a, well, it hasn't been the best race tonight, that is for sure. It's been one of them races we've, didn't think it would actually be like this, to be completely honest, but it does happen from time to time. Everybody knows it. But either way, we've seen some pretty good racing. But we'll find out. Ready to take back the green flag here in just a moment. And it is Elijah Ennis up front in that number 68 car. Plan B Cell Chevrolet. Here we go. Pace car set to drop in. Oh, you know what? We actually might be green. We are green flag. I lied. There we go. Green flag is back out in the air. Who's on replay? Battle right now going to be for third or second. Landa Lacey underneath Cody Smith. Oh, that was close right there with Z-Shon almost getting to the side of the 99 of James Lowe. Landa Lacey still looking for that first win, but he's still got a couple cars to try to get around. See Connor right here doing a really nice job. Cody Smith to the lead out of turn number 2. James Lowe trying to take second away. Followed by balls out teammate Landa Lacey. Taking a peek here as well. Elijah Ennis did stay out. Keep that in mind. Oh, there's some hard contact with Landa. This is bad. Caution flag going to come out. I'm not sure if everybody dodged it or not. Landa Lacey probably not very happy. Get a look at the replay and see what actually happened. Oh, yeah. The Elijah Ennis car just got loose. And that's a tough break for Landon, who... Oh, there's some tough squeezes right there. Zach Bowerman and a couple others. Really had to squeeze it. Even put it up against the wall. Basically make it through that wreck. This is on board. But Zach Bowerman, there's the wreck in front of him. Really does not roll. It has a close one. Tough break there for Landon, however. Definitely had a car that probably had a chance to win it. And with 10 laps to go, I do not see that happening now. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So this brings out caution number 4 here in the first 20 laps. It has been a interesting race, to say the least, right now. There's not really a lot of for us to talk about here during the cautions. May have some guys going down pit road. Actually, it was one I seen Zach Bowerman going down, but I think that was because he might be a little bit further back from what I'm seeing. A couple cars went down. Oh, it was Chris Worrell, I think, that went down. Apparently something else happened that I'm being told to look at. I want to see what actually happened here under the last pit stop. I'm not sure if I've seen this. Give me just a second, guys. Something apparently happened under yellow. I don't actually see it right there. I don't really know. Anyway, pace lights are back off. We are ready to go back green flag here once again. As we wait for the pace car to go back around and cut the lights back off. There was some heated tempers on the track a few moments ago. Not sure where it was. I couldn't find it, but contact between Derek Pemberton and Calvin Allison, apparently under caution. All right, let's try this again. Working through turn 3. We were coming to, what, 9 laps to go? Green flag back out in the air. We go down to turn 1. Cody Smith, James Lowe, a little bit of block putting on there. Gets on the, I'm sure, oh my gosh, 4 wide, maybe 5 wide. Here comes Kyle Smiley up the middle. Lord, where did Kyle come from? He's going up. There's more contact a little bit further back. This could be bad right there. It's a 17. J.R. Houston followed back. Even more carnage right here. Look at Landa Lacey shoot the gap. Gosh, man, these restarts at Pocono is probably the craziest restarts we've seen all season. Casey Heschel taking a peek underneath Greg McConaughey. This is for 5th. Heschel sliding up, takes that spot away. Here comes McConaughey with the crossover. Back underneath as we go into turn 4. Up front for the lead, James Lowe. Cody Smith falling behind in 2nd now. Look at Connor making a move here to the inside. And Kyle Smalley right there in 4th. Connor slotted it way in, moving Cody up the racetrack. Trying to keep 2nd here now. We got one car possibly going around. Zishan around, and caution's going to come out. Hard contact there. Derek Pemberton's going to go by. See Connor right up there, Zishan right up there. Going to take a couple trips around here around Pocono once again. James Lowe currently first. Connor currently in second. Kyle Smalley, Cody Smith, Casey Heschel. Your top three at the moment. Big moves here to pit road. Mike Caterino coming down. He's actually going to pit from, I believe, 7th or so. So he's going to give up some spots here on pit road. He's going to come back out around the 12th or 13th, I would say. As we continue to work under caution. Lucky Dog that time going to go to Calvin Allison, I do believe. It was. It does put him back on the lead lap. Pace lights should be going off this time here on the pace car. Had about 5 or 6 cautions in this one, which is kind of strange. Although the real life NASCAR race actually had quite a few cautions as well. So not very surprised by that. Let's see if they go off. I believe they will. They are. So we're going to have what, 4 laps to go when we take the green flag. As we get set to roll here once again. Over on the left side of your screen on that ticker, that is how many pit stops that each driver has taken. See, Ryan Broderick has been on pit road 4 times. That's the most out of anybody inside the top 15. Zach Bowerman has been on pit road 5 times. Wow. Also, looking at the ticker on my end for the tire stints, keep in mind, cautions, it's not really going to matter. The freshest tires back in 7th right now, and then all the way back in 15th. Make that 8th with Chris Worrell. Pace car ready to drop in. It will be 4 laps to go at the stripe. We'll see if we can get to the end of this one and get ready for race number 2 here tonight. Pace car taking a left. The green flag set to wave. The green flag is out of the air. Racing here once again from our McConey Motorsports camera. His restarts are absolutely insane. Look at that. Down into turn 1. Everybody trying to ease it through. 4 wide. Death has about to occurred. There we go. Big wreck here. Multiple cars involved. This is a multiple car incident. I'll be honest, I don't even know how far to really look back at this. I did see Greg McConey, unfortunately, in it in that 12 car. He kind of gets squeezed up into the wall with a 2006 and a 6 there as well. Really nowhere for him to go. The 17 was involved. Them 5 get involved. There was another wreck that happened. Right there's Zeshawn. Now, did he get caught up? Okay, so this happened actually up front. Right there. He gets a little bit of turn from the guys. Who else was involved? There's Patrick Green. Logan Jones was involved as well. Another look at Logan here. He was actually the call on the inside. Almost made it through that. Lana Lacey somehow made it through it. But that does bring out the... Don't know if we're actually going to have... Yeah, we're not going to have green-white checkers here for this heat race, I don't think. I'm waiting to confirm that, but we will see. If we do have one. We'll know once we get back to the stripe to see if we got a green white checker for the heat races or not. This is a double header. This race is ran under the heat race setting, and then a feature race, of course, 50 laps. Yeah, so we will have a green-white checker, it looks like. Alright, well, that's good to know. At least we know now. Ready to go back, green flag here from Pocono for the green white checker. James Lowe, Kyle Smalley up front. Ball's out racing 1-2 right now with Connor in third. Cody Smith, Casey Heschel, your top 5. Landon Lacey has worked his way back up to 7th, by the way, after getting wrecked earlier.
Hey, how you doing, Adam? Haven't talked to you on this side. Yeah, he's won 100 of these damn things. He's the best driver in this league, plain and simple. Before I'd say that, so I hate doing it to Kyle. He's one of my better friends on Iracing. I wanted to do it to him in 1 and 2, but I got to him off of 2, and that would have wrecked him, so I didn't get him there. But I knew in 3, if I got under him, I could move him up without wrecking him, and I did it, and I crossed the line first. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I've had a lot of unlucky things happen to me on the cup side. I've always run good top 5, get taken out, but I've never had what it takes to win. But I like Pocono, so Kyle's a good sport, and I really enjoy racing him. So he might get back to me and do it to me this race. I deserve it, but it was a good race for sure. Yeah, that locks us into the playoffs for sure, and just a good points day in general. Start 10th here in the next one, so let's go get another. Just all of our sponsors that put on the league. I mean, Butt Kicker, Plan B Sales, you guys for broadcasting. Y'all have always been great. Just everybody that helps out this league put on a good show like we just did. Thank you so much, and look forward to doing it again here in a few minutes.
I got you, buddy. Yeah, I really don't appreciate what Cody did. I thought we were closer than that. I mean, I watched his end card, and he really gassed it up 2 or 3 times under me, knowing that he was going to hit me. So he's definitely got one coming for him, that's for sure. But I'll let him guess when that's going to happen. Yeah, my dad, he doesn't want to run tonight, so I'm just going to go ahead and do both. Honestly, I didn't get into the race until qualifying. So I did those 4 or 5 laps I was allowed to do in qualifying, and I got second somehow still. So I didn't really learn much because we didn't really get more than 5 or 6 laps on green. So hopefully we can do that in this next race, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, Balls Out Racing, James, Chris, my dad, who's let me race his on his rig tonight. I appreciate that. Landon, and Midwest Motor Customs, Plan B Sales, Butt Kicker, Iracing, iFlag, ESPN, you for putting this on, and Jason Pat for putting this on. It's a really cool thing to do this a doubleheader tonight, just like the Cup Series, pretty much. And that's yeah, and that's about it. Thanks, man.
Yep, I got you. I sort of learned that the tires are not as big of a factor as last season, so it might be a good strategy to stay out for some of this race to get some track position. Yeah, I definitely with the 50 lap race, I feel like we should need a pit at least once for tires, just so they aren't dead after the run. So I might be paying like mid race depending on strategy and stuff, and fuel. Yep, GSR Zishan for Our team, Plan B Sales, Butt Kicker, AC Paints, Hurricane Media, you, Jason, and ESPN for broadcasting this league, and yeah. Thank you.
Alright guys, and I don't think you all could actually hear me because of apparently my mic was muted on OBS, but either way, you did hear the interviews from them guys talking, so we will be right back here from Pocono for the start of the second race for 50 laps, so y'all stay tuned, we'll be right back. Race number 2 is about to get underway here from Pocono. The warm-up session has completed. And I want to talk about one thing. Top 10 are inverted. So Elijah Ennis going to be your provisional pole winner here tonight. There's your look at it. What is that? That is not how it's supposed to be. There we go. Well, actually, that is showing us the previous grid, but it is Elijah Ennis, right? On first. Let me double check. Yes, Elijah Ennis will be first. It will be James Cato, Casey Heschel, Zach Bowerman, Ron Worley, Landon Lacey, James Lowe, Connor are going to be starting in 8th because they inverted the top 10. Of course, Kyle Smiley, Cody Smith. I'll tell you something, though. That interview was pretty interesting from our standpoint. Kyle said he wasn't very happy. Do I agree with what Cody did? I guess it depends how you look at it. I don't want to say I disagree and agree, because I understand why Kyle was mad, but I also understand why Cody did what he did. Like, you gotta kind of, you know, you gotta, you're going for the win. We've seen a lot worse racing, but it could have been probably a little bit different. But Cody did say he had a chance to do it in turn 2, I think, or turn 1. And it didn't work out. He just didn't want to do that because he did not want to wreck him. Luckily, it didn't cause Kyle a wrecked car or anything like that. So, anyway, the race is getting underway. We get set to go green here in just a moment. All right, let me know who gets the win here in the second race. This is a 50-lap race, so getting ready to go here tonight once again. As we wait for the green flag to wave here in the Plan B Sales Iracing East Series Cup Series. Cars right now working through turn number 3. Will we see the same kind of racing we've seen in that first race? First race, of course, a few yellows involved in that one. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. And we're waiting for the pace car to drop off the pace or off the racetrack. We're going to go up to our McConey Motorsports green flag once again. Green flag is out of the air. Already you see some 3 wide. This is not surprising that we see it all the way down. Yeah, best of luck here, guys. We're probably going to see a yellow right here in just a minute. This is 4 wide. Ron Worley getting a little swirly there. More 3 wide. Everybody trying to make it through right now, and they actually do. Actually very impressive as they work down the straightaway here at Long Pond. Casey Heschel dropping back a little bit here. Battle right here is Elijah Ennis and Mike Caterino. Elijah Ennis actually dropped back quite a bit since the start of the green flag, wasn't he? He started up in first, I do believe. Oh, we got a wreck. Zach Bowerman's around. More cars involved. Elijah Ennis also getting some damage and more involved. Not sure who else got involved here. I cannot tell. There was somebody that came off turn 4. There's Ennis, and then I think, was it Calvin Allison? Yes, it was. Calvin Allison involved. Greg McConey gets a little scrape of it as well. That's not going to hurt Greg too much, but Calvin Allison probably not going to be happy. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and pull his car. Is he pulling it off or just keep rolling? He's just trying to get his spot back, but tough break there. So Landon Lacey's going to be out front here in this one now. Caution number 1 comes out on the racetrack. It is Landon, Connor, James Cato, Kyle Smalley, Ron Worley, your top 5 at the moment. By the way, you've seen Greg McConey. He did switch his paint in case people was wondering about him. Driving, same of course, number 12, but is a different paint here in the second race. Of course, no Keith Smalley here tonight. He was usually in here, but his son, Kyle Smalley, is here. He's actually on a family vacation at Keith's house, which Keith is his dad, of course, up in Colorado. He is using Keith Smalley's simulator right now. So that's what he's doing. And Keith has elected not to run tonight's race right now. So there you go. Just in case anybody was wondering about Keith. Waiting for the pace lights to go back off on the pace car. They should be shutting off this time. And that means we will get back going. When we do, we are going to crank it up here from Pocono, because I think our crank it up cams might be pretty amazing. Atlanta Lacey's going to choose the outside line here. Going to try to help him get the arc into turn one. Somebody else just came down pit road. Was that Marcus Adams I seen way back there coming down? Or yes, Marcus Adams. Did he have damage? Well, he's just letting it come down. Maybe going to take gas because fuel mileage here, I think that we're going to have to pit at least once for sure. So next week, these guys will be heading to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Little race next week. Should be a pretty good race there. I like Indianapolis. We'll have to wait and see, but it should be good. Once again, once we take the green flag, crank it or turn it up, we'll start, and we'll be back live in just a moment. But we'll crank it up here in just a moment. Waiting for the pace car to drop off, going through turn 3. Atlanta Lacey up on the point alongside Connor, who just finished third, and Kyle Smalley going to be actually in third this time with Brian Worley in fourth. Pace car takes it in as we turn it up here on the ESPN. Watching our past winner just a moment ago, Cody Smith, currently running in 7th place at the moment. Trying to hold on to 7th, that is. Getting passed by Chris Worrell. Cody going to fall back to P8 right now. Derek Pemberton, Jesse Cottrell also running P9th and 10th. Derek's been pretty good. Like I said, I feel like this could be one of Derek's best races that we've seen him have this season. If he can maintain his calm or calm down a little bit and have a cool head throughout the race, I expect him to be pretty solid here. And that number 82, Raise Energy Chevrolet. Kyle Smiley Connor up front. David currently third. Remember, we've seen David earlier have some issues on the racetrack in our first race. Here he is right now running P3 in this one. Currently watching that battle for second place right now. Here we go. Connor and David still going at it here. Been watching this for just a few moments. Connor up on that outside in that red, white, and blue paint scheme. Connor going to be able to hold on to that spot for now. Chris Worrell, Mike Caterino. This is for the 6th position. Connor was able to, actually, should I say, David was able to get that second spot away from Connor, and now we go back a little bit further. Jesse Cottrell kind of slipping back just a little bit here in 12th. Getting passed by J.R. Houston. And Greg McConey right there as well. Greg trying to take this spot away in that number 12 car. Jason's going to be able to hold that spot as well for now. Ryan Broderick trying to take away third. Oh, this is a pretty good little crowd here. You also see Chris Worrell there taking a shot to the outside. Teammate with Kyle Smalley. The whole Balls Out Racing team's running pretty good, to be completely honest, and they continue to run good here once again. As we get a yellow out on the racetrack. Oh, Zishan having some issues here in the 10 car. See what happened. He was running right in front of the 3 of Mike Caterino, and then this happened. Oh, gets a little loose. And comes back down. Oh! Caterino really nowhere to go. So there you go. Caution number 2 comes out on the track. I expect pit stops to be a big thing here. We'll have to wait and see, but I do expect to see some. waiting to see if cars come down pit road. You see Kyle Smiley already down the access road. I think he's just down there doing that, but. And you see them. They are on pit road after 13 laps. Don't think we're going to see anybody stay out. See Kyle Smiley pulling in his box. Everybody else pulling into theirs as well. They're looking pretty good. James Cato, he's at the very end. He's the closest to the end. Race off pit road. I think David got it. And, yep, David, new leader here in the O2 car. Coming back to the green flag this time, it is David actually choosing the outside lane. As we get set to go back green flag here in this one. Oh, pace lights are staying on, so we're going to get a delayed restart here. All right, I think we are ready to go. Right now, your top 5: Smiley, David. Right now, and actually, should I say David, Kyle, Ryan, Broderick? Yes, Ron Worley, and Chris Worley. So many zeros and sixes right there. It kind of threw me off. Pace car about to drop as we work through turn 3. That means we are set to go back. We're coming to lap 16 here so far in this one. Waiting for the pace car to drop in. And there it goes. And we are waiting. Green flag back out in there here once again from Pocono. We go down into turn 1 this time. Everybody, these restarts here are so insane. If you could get your restart game down right all race, you got a chance to really have a top 5 finish, I feel like. There's Derek Pemberton. He's up to 7th right now, or not for long. Oh, did he save it? Nope, he did not. Caution may come out. There it is. Just getting a little loose out of turn 1. Does a good job of actually correcting, not getting into the wall. Everybody else bouncing around does a good job not getting no damage. So a single car spin brings out caution number 3. Here early in this one. Sorry guys, I'm not the most excited about Poconos. You guys can tell. All right, guys. Once again, sorry, not really talking a whole lot tonight. Not really, you know. I know it's not the most exciting thing for you guys. Says 3-2-1 caution. You was pretty close. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the best right now. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully we can see some racing, man. I feel like we get like 2 or 3 laps underneath the belt. We can actually go green for a while. I blame Derek Pemberton on that one. We're going to go back green. All right, Gary, go back green. Work through turn 2 this time. That's a great angle, though. Tomorrow night we'll be live. 2 races tomorrow night. We got the the ASRC, of course, and then the 360 Sprint Series. Here we go. Pace car ready to drop in. Green flag sets the wave. There's the green flag. We're racing once again. Outside trying to get some help. Mike Caterino pushing that 2 car. Kyle Smalley up on the, or now in the lead, should I say. 3 wide right here behind him. That's Mike Caterino caught in the middle. The 17 JR Houston to the inside. That gets separated. Marcus Adams starting to work his way up a little bit. Calvin Allison as well. Actually, Calvin, I think, started in 11. Hasn't really worked his way up a lot right now. Lana Lacey taking 11th away. Yellow is back out once again here from Pocono once again. Pace car lights are on. There's a couple people still coming down pit road. Calvin Allison is one of them. Connor coming down, or not Connor, it was Cody Smith coming down as well. He actually won our previous race prior to this one. Everybody else stayed out. We're about to the halfway point in this one. Yep. In the 06 car, and then the 6 of Ryan Worley, Joe Francis up to 5th. I think the pace lights are getting ready to go back out this time. They are. So we'll get ready to do it again. Such a long racetrack around here, man. And, it just, you know, it's pretty hard to cover a lot of this right now. We're having a lot of yellows. There's not a whole lot to talk about. One thing I can let you guys know is next week, like I said, Indianapolis, I can give you a little bit of update on the schedule-wise, that is, for these guys, and for my broadcast, that is. Next week, I mentioned that we go to Indianapolis. From there, we go to Kentucky and then New Hampshire. There you go. So we wait for the pace car to drop back in as they work through turn 3 this time. Coming to lap 25, so that's going to leave us with 26 laps to go here from the Tricky Triangle as they work. Get ready to wait for the pace car to drop off. Pace car ready to take the left down pit road. There it goes, and that means we are waiting for the pace car to, or y'all to turn green. Green flag back on the air. Kyle Smiley with a good push that time from the 6 of Chris Worrell as they worked on this long straightaway. Check out this view. That's a great looking shot. This is actually 22 cars that we see right here. Good luck navigating through that. That is like an interstate during rush hour. Jason Papp going around. No caution as of yet. Now the caution probably going to pop out. Right now it will not. And he's going to try to get turned back around, but we stay green for now. No yellow out on track for that incident, unfortunately for Jason. Ryan Broderick, Drew Francis on the outside. Marcus Adams currently in 5th as well, looking on. Oh, a little bit of contact there as they cross the start-finish line. Watching this battle right now for 3rd place. Francis on the outside. Marcus Adams trying to follow suit as well. Then you got J.R. Houston there in that number 17 car. Of course, J.R. Houston. Don't think he's actually on a team that I can think of, but Joe Francis is part of Strictly Stock Motorsports. Oh, Chris Moore got really loose off turn 2 that time. Going to allow the 50. Joe Francis to close the gap up. Not going to do much with it, however. Marcus Adams here trying to battle for the 4th position. A little bit further back. Let's actually hop on board here with go on board with Greg McConey. Why not? Oh, we got a yellow. We'll do that here in just a moment. Ron Worley went around. And is blown up, it looks like. See what happened. Calvin Allison getting into the back of the 00. And then not sure what happened here. Oh, Cody Smith turning to 00. Woo. Well, that ain't going to make Ryan too happy. Understandably so. It's not a square hit, it looked like, as Ryan was involved in this. You see it right there. It looked like Cody was trying to get up to draft with him, and unfortunately just not a square hit on the back end. And these guys, usually Cody, great at restriction plate racing. I don't think that was intentional by any means, but it did happen. Little update, guys. Tomorrow night, like I mentioned, we will be broadcasting over on ESPN, Facebook, and YouTube. We will have 2 races tomorrow night. The ASRC guys will head back out, and they will go, I believe it was to Road Atlanta. I will confirm that, but no, it was Road America. I apologize. It was Road America. We'll be live there tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, should I say, around 7:30 p.m., and then we'll have 2 races for them guys. Short little sprint races, 45 minutes in a 20-minute sprint race. And then immediately following that race, we'll be live with a Sprint 360 series. Their actual schedule will be getting changed next week. By the way, we got a bunch of guys on pit road. We're going to hop back to that. But we'll see that next week when them guys head over to the late model side of things. And they will be running late models on ESPN for their start of their new season. And then on Wednesday, no broadcast. We don't broadcast on Wednesday anyway. Thursday, we do not have a broadcast. Friday night, we I think we do. I think it's the Midwest Days of Thunder. We were just waiting to confirm everything with that. That is a new series starting up. Saturday, no broadcast for Independence Day. Sunday, no broadcast. And then we'll be back here on Monday. We're waiting to get this one back going again. As the pace lights are back off on the pace car, we'll jump back up to our leaders. Kyle Smalley, Chris Worrell still first and second with Joe Francis, Mark Adams, Ryan Broderick, Greg McConey now sixth. Derek Pemberton is in seventh. Logan Jones, and then that's where the fresh tires really begin from ninth on back. We'll see how that plays a factor in this one. Here we go. It's about time to get back underway. As we wait for the pace car to drop back down pit road here on lap number 30. Kyle Smalley up front. Still taking the lead. Marcus Adams on the outside going to take third away from Joe Francis. May have another wreck going on behind them. We got some really slow cars back through here. Not sure what actually happened to Connor. See if we can see. Well, this probably does not help. Almost 5 wide. Calvin Allison. Oh, Connor gets up and actually gets tagged actually by Mike Catarino. I dropped him back. Another wreck going on behind him. Caution's going to come out in this one. J.R. Houston's around. Derek Pemberton looks like he actually got involved here as well. Well, actually, it could have been Derek Pemberton's fault on that one. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Derek just came down on him. And got into him pretty good. A lot of damage on that left side now. Here's what happened right here again. Definitely on Derek on that one. Guys right high above. It just came down the racetrack on him on that one. Be right back after this, guys. Here we go, ready to come back to the green flag here on lap number 35 out of the scheduled 50. The pace car drops in. Green flag set to wave. Green flag is out in the air. We're green flag racing here once again from Pocono. It is up front. Marcus Adams with a good launch. Trying to get down into turn one this time before Kyle Smalley's able to. On that outside line, Kyle on the inside in that 46 car. Ryan Broderick third, 12. Greg McConey right there. 10 getting shuffled up. We got 5 wide back here, by the way. There is no way that just happened. Where was this at? That looks like 5 wide from where I sat. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, there's 5 wide right there for a minute, I think. Maybe not, but there's definitely 4 wide. Pretty impressive with that. Mike Caterino, Elijah Ennis. Caterino trying to take away the 8th position. Marcus Adams is able to take the lead away on that lap, so he will continue on. Greg McConey here sliding up the track a little bit. Zeshawn looking to close that gap up on the inside. Looking way across the racetrack. You see that number 10 car pulling to the inside here on the 12. As soon as that's going on, up front, back again for the lead, Kyle said, I'll let you lead a couple laps, and I'm going to try to take it back, and that's exactly what he's trying to do right now. Not going to be able to get it this time. Logan Jones was able to take away 4th. Or, I'm sorry, Zeshawn was not able to take away 5th from Greg McConey. New fastest lap of the race, Ryan Broderick in 3rd place, 53.908. Seen Chris that time kind of exit the turn really flat off the exit, able to get underneath David here for that spot. This is for 7th place as they go into turn or into the tunnel turn this time in turn 2. Oh, we got somebody that smacked the wall. Looks like David actually got a little bit of the wall there coming off the tunnel turn. Able to keep it going, however. Caterino and James Cato and Connor here for 10th position. Oh. We've seen Allison and David get really sideways off the corner. Cody Smith, Patrick Green, or actually Cody Smith and Joe Francis. Francis taking that spot away. Smalley to the inside. Trying to go back after this lead once again. And you see the distance right here, not going to be able to get it at the moment. Who was that sent that in there? Oh, yeah, that's definitely not good. That was Patrick Green that sent it way in there. Did not stick for him. Actually going to lose a couple spots here. Seen him really chase the car down into the corner. He was right there in that black car. Watch how deep he sent it into turn 3. Right there, he just really sent it in. Unable to make it stick. Nice attempt, but does cost him the spots. Marcus Adams once again under attack for the lead. Kyle Smalley trying to get it. Looks like Smalley's able to get runs. Just once they hit that clean air, it kind of stalls the 46 car out just a little bit. Adams part of the Suit Life Motorsports team now. And Kyle Smalley, of course, balls out racing. We're working through turn 3 this time. Coming to lap 40 this time on the racetrack. Adams leads that lap. Here's your look at the lap comparison. Ron Broderick taking a peek to the inside of the 46. Not going to be able to get there just yet. Logan Jones is closing in here as well. Top 5 kind of breaking away with Greg McConey back in 6th. Jones right here in 4th right now. Underneath Ryan Worley. Was able to, Chris Worrell, sorry. Was able to take that spot away. Oh, this is bad. Oh, that could have got bad. Calvin Allison's really struggling right now off turn 3. Watch this. Watch the car kick sideways. Oh, he actually got us the walls a little bit. Chased the car way down the track. As we continue to stay green here. This is our longest green run, by the way, that we've actually had all night long in first race and second race. Connor's starting to work his way up. Remember, he finished 3rd in that first race here on our double header night. Right now, he's sitting in 10th, right behind Caterino, and actually trying to close that gap up just a little bit. Broderick gets a battle for 3rd. Getting chased way down the track by Chris Worrell, Logan Jones. You gotta be careful doing that in the way because it can cause, especially the 20, can cause the 20 to slip up here a little bit and actually get into your back end. So you gotta be careful if you hold him down. Connor a little bit sideways, coming off the corner. And right now everybody's single filed out, but there is a lot of racing pretty much going all around the racetrack. Zeshawn up inside the top 10. Trying to get around Joe Francis with Connor there as well in 11th. Francis trying to hold on to 10th right now. Up front. Battle for the lead. We got some lap cars, I think, actually on the racetrack. And this could make things really interesting. I think it might be Ron Worley and J.R. Houston. So it looks like anyway. That's exactly who it is. So this could make things really interesting here for our leaders. Especially in the turn 1 if that's where they catch them out. Oh, they're going to catch me in 3. It's a good battle right here for our top spot right now. Remember, Kyle Smalley almost got the win the previous race. And right there, using the pick. The 31 has to check up from Ryan Worley. And that will allow Kyle Smalley and Chris Worrell both to get around. That's not going to make Marcus Adams too happy. But it is a legal racing move. We've seen it time and time again. And that was all planned right there from the 46. Now, back up front with our race lead. Ron Worley trying to get this one done. But he's got to get around teammate, Kyle Smalley. I was saying earlier, if we got a few laps, we could see a green flag run. That's exactly what we're seeing now. And even though Marcus Adams is 7/10 back, do not count him out. If he gets a little bit of that draft, this is going to close back up. It's going to make things very interesting. Even back here, there's still some really good racing going on. Oh, this is going to make things interesting. That was a tight squeeze there. Connor able barely to squeeze in between the three of Cato and Worley on the outside. Look at this mess coming off the corner. That's Greg McConey you see right there. He is dropping back like a rock. He got into a wall or something. Let's see if we can see what happened to McConey here coming off turn number 3. Gets on that rumble strip. And that's usually not a good sign. It's going to send him up and crack right into the wall. Yeah, he's going to lose a lot of spots there. Actually drops all the way back to at least 16th place. Maybe a little bit further. Chris Worrell able to get around Kyle. Well, we got some racing now. Remember how I said Marcus Adams would close back up. Chris Worrell may have just got some of the wall. There's just so much stuff happening. It's hard to show it. Here's what happened. Chris Worrell going for the block, and that block allowed contact with teammate. That's exactly what set him up. Right there it is. Contact. And that set this up now back to where we was. We seen this earlier. Remember Kyle Smalley using the lap cars to pick and push Marcus back while Marcus was battling for the lead. And here we are once again. Chris Worrell unfortunately gets held up just a little bit. David tried to take away third. It looks like he's actually closing in here as well. Same as Logan Jones. This could be another 5-car battle before we're done. We've already seen Kyle Smalley once get moved out of the lead in a green-white checker in the last race that we had. I mean, there's a chance, just saying there's a chance it could happen again. Two laps to go at the line. If we make it back to the white flag, and that's a pretty big gap because they are still racing. Look back here. I mean, it is good luck figuring out where to go. But if they make it back to the white flag, the race is official. All that's going on. Our leaders. Well, we're about to see a good race here for the finish. I ain't gonna lie, the Pocono finishes have been fantastic here tonight. Oh, Adams into the wall. That may do it right there. It's going to cost him a little bit of damage. That may be all the break that needed for Kyle. You see the distance now. We'll see if Marcus is able to get a run here off turn 3. David's really closing up here as well. I believe that there might be the break that Kyle Smalley needed. With Marcus getting into the wall there a little bit. White flag is out. Race is official. No matter what happens. I'm gonna lie. You guys might think they're lucky stars right now because David is coming. And he's just quick right now. He's faster than both of our leaders right now. Got fresher tires as well. Just I don't know if he's gonna have enough time. If you're Marcus Adams, don't be surprised if we see him dive it straight into turn 3 like we seen earlier. I just don't think he's going to be able to get there if he does it, but yeah, he's not going to be able to get there, unfortunately, for him. Kyle Smalley driving off turn 4. Win number 5 for the driver of the 46. Marcus Adams going to finish in second. David going to finish in third. Chris Worrell going to finish fourth. alongside Logan Jones in 5th. Joe Francis grabbed 6th at the very last moment from Mike Catarino. How about that win? Ryan Broderick brought it home 10th. Casey Heschel, Zeshawn, Derek Pemberton, Cody Smith, Greg McConey, your top 15. We're going to talk to Kyle right now. We've already talked to him once, but why not talk to him here again? It's a little bit better when you get to win. Be talking to Kyle here in just a moment as he gets a little love tap there from James Cato. And I think somebody just drove straight into the pit barrier. Anyway, Kyle Smalley getting it done. Well, man, that's got to feel pretty nice. You kind of got one stolen from you a little bit there in race 1. Coming back, revenge in race 2.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to get top 2s in both races. Some really fun racing there at the end with Chris and Marcus.
Yeah, talk about that move off turn 3. I mean, that smart move you used to pick to allow you to able to get the lead and secure the win.
Yeah, honestly, after thinking about that, I shouldn't have done that. I should have gave Marcus room with me and him are good buddies, but end of the race, I know he wouldn't have done that to me, so I kind of feel bad about that, so I definitely owe him one.
Hey, at least you're honest about it, though. I mean, that's one thing I would look at it. So either way, man, it's win number 5 now. You need to stop being so good because some of these guys are getting a little bit jealous, but, you know, it is what it is, all right?
Right.
How do you feel about Indianapolis? I feel like that's another track where we could see you out front. It kind of drives it a little bit similar to this in some ways.
Yeah, that's my second best track to Homestead, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Well, Cody's out there giving you a love taps, man. You want to give shout-outs tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to give a shout out to Cody because I still owe him one. Shout out to my dad again for letting me use his rig. Balls Out Racing, Keith, James, Landon, Chris, and me and Chris had a heck of a battle tonight. It's good to get back to racing with him. I think he owes me one after I kind of got into him in turn 2. So I got to check a replay to see how that turned out.
Does that make it a little bit different, by the way, you driving on a different rig that you're kind of not used to?
Yeah, he's got a different wheel and different monitors. I mean, it's still triples, so it's easy. It was easy to run with closer markets like that because I had triples. But other than that, I mean, just getting used to this G27 instead of my G29.
Hey, you do all that with the G29 and you're winning. Good Lord. Good job, man. Congratulations. Thanks, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
We'll move you back out, and then we will bring in second place Marcus Adams. I think we all know what we got to ask Marcus. Finishing in P number 2 here tonight. Marcus Adams. Adam up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
I think you already know what I'm going to ask you before I even get to it, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Talk about the move coming out of turn 3. It looked like that Kyle used the Ron Worley car as a pick for him able to get that lead.
I'm not mad at Kyle. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. It was the vegetables' fault for being up in the lane.
He said that he's going to have to give you one back because he said he felt really bad after he went back and thought about it while he was racing. He felt really bad about it. But honestly, man, it was a pretty good race for the most part, especially later in the race. Was the tires falling off a little bit to you, or was they still pretty good? I know we had a lot of cautions, but was they still there pretty good at the end?
I mean, mine was fine. I mean, I was doing okay. I don't know if... Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to ask you, how do you feel about Indianapolis next week?
I've never been to that track.
Well, I think you'll be all right. It kind of drives similar to this place in a way, so I think you'll be okay. Hey, man, good job tonight. You want to give shout-outs tonight?
I think I'll do pretty good if I don't... Okay, I want to respect Jason and not use any bad language, so I'm not going to go there, but he has a very low IQ. Mr. Ryan Worley does, and for now on, I'm just going to bulldoze through everyone since I always get wrecked and I always race everyone clean. So I want to start being like the biggest prick in this league. So
Hey, I like
But
hearing
like I
that
think
though.
you, Jason, ESBN, Midwest Motor Customs, Plan B, Butt Kicker, everyone else.
Hey man, good job tonight. I know you probably should have had a chance there to win, but either way, second place not bad. Good job tonight, man.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, we're going to talk to David, finishing in second, or third, should I say. Actually, David not here, so we will not talk to him about it. All in all, the race was pretty solid. It was just one of them races, you know, where a lot of things happened. There's still some tempers being mad right now, but anyway, hope everybody enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll move on. Anyway, got a break here over, well, tomorrow we'll be broadcasting, but make sure y'all tune in on Facebook and YouTube. We hope everybody enjoyed it. Y'all take care, and God bless.